All right, well, today we are speaking with Kristen Linehan from Seismic, and they are first year 2021 International Service Excellence Award winners in the category of media and business. So congratulations, Kristen, and your team. I'm excited to spend some time with you today. So just for everybody listening, I think really the goal is to learn from award-winning organizations like yours, what they can be looking at and maybe doing a little bit differently at their organizations to continue to improve. So the first thing I want to ask is just, can you share what makes Seismic unique in your service excellence approach?
Yes, I definitely can, and I'd be happy to. And Christine, I first want to just thank you for awarding Seismic this recognition. We are humbled and honored, and we think we're doing something special. But we also recognize that we're joining the ranks of some great global organizations, and it's an honor to us to be able to recognize our team for the great work they're doing through this award. So thank you. And yes, to answer your question in terms of what makes Seismic special and what makes Seismic unique, I think, first of all, I do think Seismic is special, and I'm proud to be part of this team. And I think there's a few things that I would highlight. So we have a hashtag that we use a lot in our communication and our celebrations, and it's why we win. So just hashtag why we win. And when we talk about winning, we really mean when our customers win, or when we win together from a service perspective, when our customers are able to achieve an outcome or a milestone, and we help them do it either through our people or our product. And so first of all, we try to have a very celebratory culture. And these stories are shared daily of what the good things that are going on, and it's all about our people. So I think what makes Seismic unique is our people. I think one, we focus on hiring resources that are collaborative and genuinely enjoy helping other people. And we measure it, we focus on it, we hire for it. I got an email that it's a story that I wanted to share to you, thinking about, talking to you today. There's a little story I wanted to share because I think it depicts this. So I run our global services organization, and in a position like mine, I'm lucky to see all these emails and all these kudos about why we win. It's such a, there's so many good things going on, internal recognition and feedback from our customers. And I got 2 weeks ago, this is a very recent story, but it does have, this kind of stuff happens a lot. 2 weeks ago, we got, a global bank commented on our communities page, thanking someone for the work they had done. And it was picked up by an internal resource, and a few emails went around, thank you so much to this, senior sales enablement consultant. And she, after a few spins, she came back and she emailed back and she said, I'm going to read this because I think it truly embodies the people aspect of it. And she said, you guys, exclamation marks, I'm blushing. Oh my goodness. And she said, I love my customers. My first reaction is just to make sure they keep loving us back. And if I can give this customer a few minutes back in her day by helping her out, then maybe she can use it for something fun. And then she said, my vision, or this is my version of saving lives through customer service. And then big smile, big smile. And she was just sending it to a group of internals. She was not, she was really meaning it. And I share that story, not trying to belabor it, but I guess I genuinely think that our team tries to celebrate it, but I think we do enjoy helping our customers, and it's just it's fun and to be able to celebrate it when that happens.
Yeah, I love that that was such a genuine response from her, because clearly that's just something that came out of her. It wasn't like, let me think about how to respond to this so it sounds really good, right? I mean, that was something she was sharing with the team about how she genuinely feels when she's able to help a customer. So I love that you shared that story. Before we go on though, can you tell, I should have asked this sooner, can you tell everybody listening who might not know what Seismic does, like what you do?
Yes. So Seismic is a sales enablement platform that, and what sales enablement means is it's a tool that helps improve sales team effectiveness through content collaboration, through real-time insights in terms of what's working, what's not, through continuous learning capabilities. And also we've got social engagement capabilities that help drive and improve what the industry calls the buyer experience. And so we're a platform tool for sales enablement and sales readiness.
Terrific.
Which it's actually becoming more and more important during our remote environment where you can't always be in person with someone. You've got to leverage remote communication. You've got to make the most of every interaction that you get, and you don't have the opportunity to meet people in person as much.
Absolutely. And understanding how the customer or the potential buyer is interacting or engaging with the content and the information you're giving them. Yeah. All right, perfect. Well, thank you. So for you, what stands out most about your company culture and how the leadership supports that company culture and drives it? And then how does that company culture really form the team and the way that they're delivering customer experiences?
I love that you asked that question and you're talking about culture, because I think that is something that is, I think, a huge positive aspect of the Seismic team, but also something that we are continuously working to feed and protect is a great culture. And so there are some things, it is a focus for us. There's some things we're doing. And when I talk about or think about the Seismic culture, we interview a lot, talk about, Seismic, I use the word scrappy. And so what I mean by scrappy is hardworking, hungry, humble, but also focused. And I think, I think that does embody the Seismic culture. As I just said a minute ago, it's something that we tried to interview for and look for candidates that would fit well in that culture. And then from a leadership perspective, I think our leaders strive to portray this, to portray scrappy behavior, but also real and genuine, authentic communication. So for example, during COVID, our CEO has shared fairly openly about his family fears during COVID, things, hobbies, just things to help. Even at an organization of our size, we're 1,700 employees right now. When you see a picture of your CEO's family or a leader's family, it helps, I think, to make a connection and improve, just validate the genuine nature of the community that we're all a part of. So I think that's one thing, is just real, genuine communication, protecting your culture. We are working on or trying to be active on community events. We have a program called Seismic Cares. So for example, I'm in San Diego, beach cleanups are always fun and popular, food delivery, things that can help us share back into the communities that we're part of. And I think there's lots of valuable aspects of doing that for the community, but also for the people that contribute. On behalf of Seismic, it makes you feel like you're contributing to something truly meaningful as well, which is good. And then I was talking earlier just about that aspect of celebration. We do strive to have a celebratory culture. So the leadership team, I was mentioning those why we win emails, the leadership team will respond and engage and highlight and promote. And I think that fuels, some of that recognition and that culture aspect as well. So the culture, though, we're growing a lot, and we've got pretty high growth expectations as well. So that's also something that we are striving to continue to protect. And our organization just released, we did a lot of work, our executive team did a lot of work on a new mission for this year. And I think I would love to share with you what it is, because I think that also fuels some of this company culture aspect. and the fact that there was a lot of, intentional, thoughtful work on creating this mission. And our mission is we ignite growth. So that was just simple 3 words, but that what it means is they're intentional words. So we, a community working together, a team, strong team component, ignite, that's focus, that's dynamic change agent. But then the growth, so we are a sales enablement platform. We help companies grow their revenue, and that's high value. Our organization is growing, but also we want our people to grow. So we want people to grow personally, professionally, as well. So anyway, that resonated with me when that got rolled out, and I thought, when thinking about customer service, we're thinking about culture of an organization, having a clear mission and a clear vision that does unite the team, I think is an important part of that.
Yeah, and I love that statement can be utilized to really speak to a lot of different pieces for your customers internally and for your team and what they're doing outside of the workplace, right? So, I mean, I love those 3 words for your mission that really talk about how you guys are focusing on that. And, that you nailed one of the key things, which, as you're continuing to grow, really focusing on that company culture and making sure that stays intact. And I think, I've seen with a lot of our clients, we've seen a lot of like really crazy growth. And that's always been our question, like, how are you going to sustain this awesome company culture? But, they just continue to focus on it. They hire to it. They really are serious about the fit of the people who are coming on. And if they, if they made a hiring mistake, they try and remedy that as soon as possible because they realize the importance of that culture, because, your team now is so, integral in what you're doing and they're building that culture for them because they want to be there. So I think that, I think it's good that you guys are already talking about that.
Everything you just said resonates, and it's true. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. And, but it's an important thing from a resource and hiring perspective. It is an important thing to focus on and protect and grow and feed. I guess you got to feed it also.
It's just such a different world now with, company culture and employee engagement and how they deliver and what they deliver as a result of that is key. It didn't always used to be that way, right? I mean, you got a job, you knew you went to your work and you did your job and you just didn't expect much more than that, right? But now it's just different. Spend a lot of time at work and people recognize the importance of that culture. So
yeah.
So can you tell me what kind of like the secret sauce is or the secret ingredient at Seismic that allows your team to deliver consistently those exceptional customer experiences? Is it leadership, technology, training, individuals themselves?
So secret sauce, that's a fun phrase. I think there's a few important ingredients into the secret sauce that we try to focus on. And I talked about the people and talked about protecting the culture. So beyond that, I also maybe want to share a little bit about some of the programmatic initiatives that we are taking beyond our culture and our people to try to drive and continuously improve our customer service. So first of all, we do work really hard on taking a data-driven approach to looking at usage on our platform, customer usage, and driving adoption aligned to business outcomes, or coming up with a prescriptive recommendation for our clients based on maybe what others in their industry might be doing and or what we see just across our common platform and what our recommendations are. We have a tool called a success snapshot, where we take a look at usage, individual customer usage against key use cases. We align it to others in their industry, like I just said, and then also to the business outcomes. We've got kind of a prescriptive journey map of recommendations, and we try to provide some specific suggestions on a regular basis through collaborative discussions with our customers to give them guidance and be just to be prescriptive and provide recommendations. So that's I guess that's the first thing, is taking a data-driven approach. Also, we always try to capture as much feedback as we can and make sure that what we're doing is adding the value that we want it to. So things like NPS surveys that are in context of our application, support case surveys after every support case, and we try to simplify it just so we get as much feedback as we can. Consulting project engagement closure surveys. We try to get as much feedback as we can there, and if we don't get necessary response, if we don't get a response, people are busy, then sometimes we'll call out and just validate. And certain scores that come back over, we measure the scores, we have goals for teams around the scores, and then scores that come back below a certain threshold, we do follow up on those. Everybody gets assigned a follow-up based on the category, and then we look for actions and trends toward continuous improvement. So I guess that's maybe when I was talking about being scrappy, being humble and hungry, we're trying to listen and learn, and if we miss the mark, then find out why and address it for next time. So also there's some tools that, as in a growing organization, it's fun to be able to try to keep pace with what our business and our customers need. We did launch a new support platform last year. And also we're rolling out a new chat customer experience tool to help minimize, or to help us scale, I guess, just to help minimize any delays with response times, and to help get customers' responses faster.
Sure, and some people just prefer that as an option to have and to go to doing the chat versus pick up the phone or sending an email. So yeah, that's great. And that's going to be exciting because you're in the industry that you're in. I mean, it's constantly growing and changing and trying to figure out like what the next thing is that you can do. And all that data that you have and working on actionable items is going to just help you, stay ahead of all of that.
That's our hope and that's our goal. And we've gotten some good feedback, from our customers in that area, and we're just trying to use the data that we have on a SaaS, since we're a SaaS platform, use all the data we have in a way that can help guide our customers toward best in class using our solutions.
Perfect. So I guess to kind of finish it up, are there any final thoughts you have about Seismic, especially this is the first year you guys submitted for an International Service Excellence Award and you won. So I mean, that's really exciting and not super easy to do. So is there any final thoughts you have around that, or that you would want to share?
I think, first of all, we are very humbled and honored to have received this award. So thank you very much for the recognition that you gave to Seismic. We feel like we are joining the ranks of some pretty significant other global organizations out there that we strive to model our organization approach after. So that's great for us. But also we do think, and I definitely think it, and we as a team think that we are doing something special. And getting an award like this allows us to recognize our team and our people, and maybe give them a little bit more swagger and excitement about the great work that they're doing. So I think I really just want to celebrate the people at Seismic that deliver this great customer service, and it is an ongoing journey and an ongoing focus for us. So something that we do value very highly.
I love the thought of them being scrappy and have swag, like have some swagger with it. So I like that. So, well, that is terrific. And thank you so much for sharing information about your organization, your team. I mean, it's clear that, you have a passion for your team and what you're doing for your customers as well. So just want to thank you so much for your time today. And I'm sure everyone listening got a lot out of it.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Christine, for your time.
Thank you.